racing for him again.
That's exactly right. We got to keep up with the mouth of the South Wesley on the road.
I don't know about all that, but definitely. Well, Brett, man, thank you so much, buddy, for joining me on the program. It's always great hearing from you. Continued success throughout the 2019 season, and I'm sure we'll run into you somewhere at a racetrack soon.
Okay, thank you, Wesley. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Go ahead and close out and thank your sponsors before I let you go, buddy.
We got a lot of people to thank. Hamm's Machine Shop here, parents, they're our personal business. Gets us, pays a lot of our bills, as well as Wilson Tractor, Stokes Trainer Chevrolet here in town, Southern States, Window Tinting in Columbia. Wesley Page Racing Shocks, like I said before, Wesley's been a huge, huge help to us over the years, and kind of like my right-hand man, and we work together really close. And JRI Shocks also in through his side, VP Race Fuels, Collins Signs. I know that you know Kenny pretty well down there at Collins.
Oh yes,
and so we got Barry Wright Icon Race Cars. He's been really, really good to me, and Barry's always a phone call away for me. And so we've got a good group, good small group of people that support us, and we just they've been with me for a while, the same kind of core.
Absolutely, definitely. Well, Brett, buddy, thank you so much for joining us, man. Continued success, and I'm sure I'll see you at a racetrack very, very soon. Go get him, Hamm.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Brett the Jet Hamm, of course, big winner at Fayetteville in the Ed Gibbons Memorial, carrying all that momentum again going into his 2019 racing season. As he will be racing full-time in the Carolina Clash Super Late Model Series Ultimate and National events to come. Connor Leffler from Lane Leffler Racing talks about the Gator Dirt Nationals, 3 for 4 in Florida when we come back. This is Finish Line.
CrateInsider.com is your one source for crate racing tech and more. Whether you currently race with a crate engine or you are thinking about getting into the sport, our website has what you need. CrateInsider.com has tech videos, interviews with experts, and the best products in the industry. Dyno tested and proven, so we know they are the best products for crate engines. Visit CrateInsider.com today to get on the fast track to victory lane.
All About Wraps strives to offer our clients with fast, affordable service with race wraps starting at only $500. From go-karts to national touring teams and everything in between. Late models, modifieds, sprint cars, midgets, asphalt cars, and we'll even decal your helmets. Wraps, design services, and promotions. Everything we offer at All About Wraps. Contact us today to see what we can do for your team. Give us a call, 410-903-3302. Email us at allaboutraps@hotmail.com and visit us on Facebook at All About Wraps.
This is Kate Dillon from CrateInsider.com and host of the Racing Insiders podcast. You are listening to my awesome friend Wesley Spider Monkey Outland. Now back to Finish Line.
This is Finish Line.
Hey, welcome back to the program. We are coming up on just past the top of the hour of 12 noon. Lunchtime for all of you 9 to 5 workers. And, of course, rocking and rolling on this Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday, April 3rd, 2019. I'm your host, Wesley Outlaw. We've had 2 great guests on the show so far, and we've got 2 awesome more. We're getting ready to go to the phone lines now. We're going to talk to the young man that is simply building up his career from go-karts to now running Lane Midgets and Sprint Cars on the Southern States Midget Series and the Southeastern Sprint Car Series. He's ran on the USCS Sprint Car Series. Matter of fact, the plan is to be at Carolina Speedway in Gastonia and Cherokee Speedway in Gaffney this weekend for the Sprint Cars. He is the driver of the number 22 entry for Lane Leffler Racing. He was the driver for number 22 for Lane Leffler Racing, which is, of course, is his dad. And he is from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We get ready to go to the phone lines now, and we're going to speak to the young man, of course, of the natural Conno Leffler. 3 for 4 in getting Gators in the Panhandle at the Gator Dirt Nationals. Conno, welcome to Finish Line, young man. How you doing?
Good.
So let's talk about the situation down in Florida. Have you and your daddy got back on the road again? People might not know, or if they follow my social media, I rode with you guys, ironically, last Wednesday night on the way down there for the races, and you guys had some bad luck when the transmission went out on the race hauler. Just one of the crazy things of racing life, in good and bad. Have you and your daddy been able to get back on the road again and head back towards home?
No, they're working on the transmission right now. They should have it in about a couple hours, and we'll head that way to get ready for Carolina and Cherokee.
And you know what? I got to give props to you guys, because when we parted ways on Monday, that was one of the things you guys and your dad said was, you know what? We're going to stay at the promoter Wayne Davis's house. Hey, let's take the cars out of the trailer. Let's strip everything. Let's clean everything. Let's refurbish everything. And if by some chance everything works out where we can make it out of here by Wednesday or Thursday, we're going to haul butt to Cherokee and Gaffney, and of course, Carolina and Gastonia, North Carolina this weekend for USCS Sprint Car Winged action.
Yeah, we cleaned both cars yesterday. We just got to set it up for winged.
Absolutely, definitely. So, Conno, let's talk a little bit about your racing career. Obviously, folks, he is a little bit shy. He's young. He's 14 years old. Something that I'm going to be working with is helping him on public relations and media and talking and doing interviews. And this is just kind of one of those stepping stones. So, Conno, talk a little bit about your racing career, how young you are, how you got involved in racing, and, man, the dominating weekend you had at the Panhandle of Florida at Southern Raceway. Phenomenal.
Yeah, I started out in go-karts at 11 and raced them for about 2.5 years, got over 90 wins in it, and then we started out with a micro at 13, and from there won a couple of races. Then we got a midget and a 305, and now we've moved on to a 360 and midget, Ecotech midget, and we've been pretty successful in it so far, and we had a pretty good weekend at Southern.
You had a great weekend. A matter of fact, this young man went on one Friday night in the midget cars for the Southeastern or the Southern States Midget Series. Then you won in the sprint cars for the Southeastern Sprint Car Series event. Again, what's that mindset, Conno, of getting behind the wheel of that car? And you're going up against a lot of veteran guys. I mean, Isaac Chappell was there. Derek Hagar was there. Just some of the names that I can think of at the top of my head without having my paperwork and rosters in front of me. Some pretty stout competition you had to take on this past weekend.
Oh, yeah, them guys have been running for a long time. This is only my third non-wing start, and me and Chappell had a good run at Screven, but we got into each other, but we had a good race at Southern. You
definitely did, absolutely. What is the goal, man? Talk about, obviously, everybody, if you're wondering how was Wesley talking to this kid? He's 14 years old. Why ain't he in school? Let everybody know that you're homeschooled, and why, and of course, why that is perfect for you and your racing career.
Oh, yeah, it helps out because I don't have to miss days or nothing.
Definitely, of course. And does your dad teach you? Is he the teacher, your dad?
No, it's online.
I got you. Well, obviously, talk about the relationship that you've got with your dad and, of course, driving for Lane Leffler Racing on that number 22 midget and sprint car team.
Yeah, it's good. Every day we go out in the shop at night, work till about 10, 12, since he gets home and just to make our cars fast.
You know, one of the things that I remember from this weekend is I think it's the respect factor. You earned the respect of so many people, Connor. Obviously, you had some people that might have been a little bit butthurt because they got beat by a kid. But the fact of the matter is you know, you were talented and you had really good equipment. Your daddy set your car up real well for Lane Leffler Racing for you, Connor, and obviously the talent behind the wheel shows as well with what you did. But I think it was really cool to see so many of these veteran drivers come to you, shake your hand, get pictures with you, acknowledge you, and say, hey, man, you know, he's going to be the real deal. He's going to be somebody to watch. And you had guys like, you know, Eric Gerke and, you know, just Eileen Collins Love and so many names that I could think of that said, hey, keep an eye on this kid. Tim Nye, so many others that really enjoyed your successes over the weekend.
Yeah, it's awesome to hear that from people, from veterans, knowing you just started.
Definitely. So, Connor, talk a little bit about what your plans are for the rest of the year. You know, where are we going to see Connor Leffler racing at? Because I know you travel pretty much all over wherever you can go to.
Yeah, hopefully sometime soon we'll be running with the USAC guys everywhere.
I know the plan is to want to go run USAC, but is pretty much the remaining schedule just running with Wayne Davis's Southern Outlaw Promotions Sprint Midget Series deal, run a couple of hit-or-miss USCS events. And, of course, what is it like from running a non-wing car to running a wing car like you will this weekend, buddy? How do you adapt to it?
Well, the wing, it's basically like it's got a lot more bite, and the non-wing just gets a lot more sideways. It's a little bit slower, though, but I think the non-wing's a lot funner. Absolutely,
definitely. Well, again, you have had success in both. Of course, we're gonna not even talk about your accolades in go-karting. I mean, you did a phenomenal job in go-karts. Where does the natural Connor Leffler want to take his motorsports career, like, say, in the next 3 to 5 years?
Well, USAC and probably Word of Outlaws.
So you would like to run USAC racing? You're pretty much a fan of the non-wing cars, aren't you? I mean, you'll run wing if you have to, but you like racing non-wing cars. Why is that, buddy?
Well, I think it's just more racy.
Definitely. Can you elaborate more on that?
Well, like it just seems like there's more like slide jobs. It's more racy.
Definitely. Okay, definitely. So when you're in the cockpit of that car and, you know, you're seeing, you know, those moves, you know, is there a time when you know when to go, when not to go, when to make the slide job, when to go for the slider, when to go for the crossover? You know, is that something that you and your dad try to process and talk about, or is that just something that it just has to happen and you got to know when on that racetrack to make those moves?
Yeah, you pretty much just got to know when, because, I mean, you don't want to be like 2 cars behind them and go for it and then wreck both of you, crash your cars. But you just got to be up there on them and have a good run off, say 2, and then you'll get them in 3 and 4.
Connor, how cool is it, buddy, to go home this weekend in Florida and have 3 for 4? You got 3 of those Gators out of 4 events, and who won Saturday's big race. Isaac Chappell is somebody that you've got a lot of respect for. You've raced with him before. You said you've bumped and banged with him at Screven before, but was you know, to go 3 for 4, that's got to be really, really special.
Yeah, it is. It was my first non-wing sprint car win, too, so that was actually pretty cool.
Definitely, absolutely. Well, Bud, before we let you go, thank out your sponsors, everybody that helps you out on that number 22 Lane Leffler Racing entry, and we appreciate you for being on Finish Line today.
Schaefer's Racing Oil, Moss Racing Engines, MWR Technology, Air Mechanical, and Slade Shocks.
Definitely. And, of course, you got to thank your dad, right? Got to thank Daddy.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks to Dad, of course. Lane, of course, is his father, Lane Leffler Racing. The driver is Connor Leffler, the natural. Connor, before we let you go, buddy, how can everybody follow you on social media?
Conno Leffler on Facebook and Instagram. We'll be having our racing page up soon.
There you go. Cool deal. Cool deal. Well, Bud, it was so cool being able to hang out with you guys. It was so cool being able to spend the weekend with you. The work, the fun times at the race